include YouTube Shorts. On TikTok, you want to be posting 4 times per day. On your Instagram feed, you want 3 posts. The same 3 can be replicated on Facebook, but you also want to utilize your story feature and make it interactive with that. Welcome to the barn where we party hard but hustle harder. In today's episode, I can almost guarantee that I'm going to teach you everything you need to know to win on social media. From which platforms are the easiest to grow on, how frequently you should be posting, and most importantly, how you can monetize these platforms to make money in the long run. Whether you want to grow a multinational business or a personal brand, you want to stay till the end of the video because this video is just what you need. For chapter 1, the most important thing you need to succeed on social media is understanding the name, social media. Social is the art of bringing people together, and media is some sort of graphic, either a text, a picture, or a video like this one. Now, where most people get social media marketing wrong is they treat it like advertisement, when advertisement is what people are pressing skip on. Social media is not your license to spam people. Instead, what you want to be doing is creating memories to share your experiences and insights with others around the world. That's what these platforms were created for. Whether it be YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, Twitter. All these platforms were meant to bring the world closer together in a way that shares ideas in a magical way. So, as a business, whatever product you're selling, you want to create stories and memories around your objects rather than doing what every Tom, Dick and Harry is doing by spamming loads and loads of pictures, telling them about your prices, telling people these are my testimonials, because at that point it becomes about me, and you're not adding any value whatsoever to your audience, and are they likely to hit subscribe? I know this may seem tricky, but it can be done with anything. For example, with light bulbs, okay? For a light bulb business, instead of posting, I sell this light bulb, I sell this tube light, I sell these LEDs, these are my prices, blah, blah, blah. Boring. Instead, what if you go to like an abandoned warehouse that's really quite dark and gloomy, and you show how using your product you are enabled to make it a magical and lightened environment by showing the entire procedure of how you refurbished it, how you set up the lights, the transformation of how it became from this to that. This idea can be replicated to any industry. For example, if you own a restaurant business, don't spam people with pictures of your food. As beautiful as it may look, it adds no value to your audience. Instead, why not take them into the restaurant, introduce them to the people cooking the food, show them recipes as to how their food is made. I mean, everyone knows how to make the food you make in the restaurant, but they come to you because they don't want to cook it themselves. Other things you could do for the restaurant, because it's food, have some sort of food challenge that brings the community together. For example, whoever can eat this spicy bowl of food fastest gets a free meal. Or whoever can eat this ridiculous amount of food will win. Like, what you want to be doing, essentially, as I'm showing you, is creating stories and memories. Proof that this works the best for marketing. Let's take the company that does this the best, Red Bull. They are literally selling a can of soda to you, or energy drink, or whatever you want to call it. That's it. But by putting their face on some of the biggest brands in the world, such as Formula 1 and football, they're able to create this stigma that their drink represents excitement, it represents thrill, it represents adrenaline. And by that, they're marketing without ever posting a picture of their can. So you get, it's very simple. I know I may have made this sound quickly, but as a marketer, before you post anything on social media to know whether it's a good post or not, you want to look at the post objectively as a complete outsider, not someone who created, and ask yourself one question. Is this the kind of content I want to see? Is this something that if it came on my feed, would I press skip? Would I hate seeing it? Or would I be excited to see this in the future? By changing your mindset that way to providing value freely, generously every single day to your customers, it will take your brand a much longer way. And trust me, you do not want to be selling anything with your marketing. You want to be giving everything away, because this does an amazing thing in the psychology of your buyers. Number one, it lets them know, if this brand is able to give me all this value for free, imagine when I'm paying for it what I'll receive. And secondly, it shows them that you're more committed into building a community, building a society around the products and services you're offering, without just trying to shove it down their throats. And think about it, posting pictures of the things you're selling with no context whatsoever is kind of selfish, because you're not asking yourself, is my customer in the need for this product right now? Do they even want this? But by giving them content that they look forward to tomorrow, they are more likely to hit that follow button or subscribe button. So now when they are in the market for those goods and services, you're the first person that comes to their mind. And even if they don't remember you, just because they're following you, when they search, let's say like you're selling those light bulbs, if they search the light bulb on their Instagram feed or on Google, on YouTube, because the algorithm knows that for that keyword you satisfy the customer's needs and wants, your objects will be shown not only to your followers first, but everyone in the community searching that. You need to be 100% selfless. That's what it's about. Just give away to your customer for free without wanting any sales in return, and I promise you, that's the number one key to filling up your pockets. The next topic I want to go on to is the quality versus quantity debate, to answer how much you should be uploading. I'm going to give you a definite answer on this. In this game, it's 2022 and it's been here for almost over a decade now, and the competition is very high. So to a relative degree, I would say that quantity surpasses quality, because there's so many content creators out there right now. So the more content you can produce, the better. Now that doesn't mean creating dog shit content and hoping it goes viral just in the name of producing a lot more content. Of course, you have to have certain quality standards, and again, if you look at your post and think I don't want to see this, then just don't post it. But it's a game of quantity at this moment, because even though I promise you, because I'm doing it, it's not too late, the sphere is competitive at the moment. And the only way to stand out right now is by doing a lot more. The next question we want to answer, which platform is the easiest to grow on right now? Is it short form content on TikTok, long form videos on YouTube, or articles on Google? The answer, I know it's not a definite answer which you want to know which to start on, is all of the above. Because as I've just mentioned, the sphere is very competitive. And as I've mentioned several times on my platform before, as you produce content on multiple platforms, slowly by slowly, you're able to cross-pollinate and cross-promote each of the other platforms to slowly start growing all of them simultaneously, such that you have an ecosystem where your Instagram is making your YouTube grow, which is making your Facebook grow, which is making your Twitter grow, which is making back your Instagram grow. This tricks all the algorithms into thinking anytime you talk about anything specific, it's going to be viral, and at that time you're a literal content pumping machine. And if you're able to achieve that, successfully producing daily consistent content on all these platforms, I can promise you very good things will happen for your life in the digital era we're in today. Don't be fooled. The internet is where today is, it's where tomorrow is, and where tomorrow's tomorrow will be. So let me get a bit more specific on exactly how much you want to be posting. To grow on YouTube, you want to be posting one long form content daily, and this can include YouTube Shorts. On TikTok, you want to be posting 4 times per day. On your Instagram feed, you want 3 posts. The same 3 can be replicated on Facebook, but you also want to utilize your story feature and make it interactive with that, cool slidey thing and those poll questions. On Twitter, you want to be tweeting at least like once every hour when you're awake, and Any other platform I've missed, you just want to go ham on it. Let me take a second to breathe, because I know that may seem very, very intimidating to all of you, but it's really not, because you don't want to tackle the bull all at once. You want to start on one platform, establish yourself slowly, then when you have more time, establish the next, and treat it more like a journey than a destination you want to get to. Because otherwise, trust me, like when starting, I wanted my YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, blah, 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 to all be running. It just doesn't work when you're beginning, and to go with that mentality will burn you out before you even start. So, although you want to be reaching those numbers eventually, and you want to keep that at the back of your mind, start on the platform you feel you'll be most comfortable in. If you're comfortable with short posts, go with Instagram. You like those short video reels, go to TikTok. You like long form content like this, start on YouTube. The key is just starting at least on one. And even if you don't start on the others, at least starting on one will do great things for your brand in the long run. But with that being said, as Gary Vee says, you need to be producing content en masse, and it's the only way to now win in 2022 with millions, if not close to 1 billion creators on all the platforms combined, and already so many influencers who have established themselves over the decades. It's the only way I see you being able to stand out if you're not already famous, or if you don't already have one platform that's well built. Now, the next point I want to talk on is about consistency. Now, consistency is not only on how much you post every day, but it also comes down to the time you're posting every day, the style of your content, and also being in a particular niche. Now, take it like this. This is why niching is so important. If you had a doctor who says, I know a little bit about brain surgery, I know a little bit about being an ENT, I know a little bit about stomach issues, or you got one doctor that say, I know how to do the brain, I've been studying the brain for 10 years, the brain is the organ I know how to treat the best. When you get a brain tumor, which doctor do you want to treat you? Similarly, by establishing yourself with one niche and becoming consistent in the style in which you give your content, the people now know what to expect before they click on your videos, because you've been consistent throughout. In terms of font, in terms of video length, in terms of the style in which you deliver your content, if people know what to expect, the first time YouTube will show the video to them. But the reason they'll click on your video the second time is because they believe you're someone reliable who has some sort of value in a particular area that will help them. For example, think about your favorite cooking show or sports channel. You don't click on it today and see football, then you click on it tomorrow, you'll see rugby, then you click again on it, you'll see swimming, then you click on it, they show cooking, it's similar with your channel. People need to know what to expect when they're going in, and the only way to do it is if you keep on doing the same thing over and over again. And that doesn't mean you can't have other hobbies. You just have to pick one particular one to become the expert on online, and that's the one where you feel most comfortable and the one where you feel like you have the most value and expertise. And whoever you are, whether it be cooking, dancing, running, swimming, I don't care. There's something you know and have been studying over these years in your existence as a human being, and start creating content around that. And automatically, as you do your research and you get into the niche, more and more content will flow freely to you. But you want to build a brand and establish that brand in a particular area. Gary Vee talks motivation, Mr. Beast does crazy challenges. What will you do? Let me know in the comment section down below. And the final step to winning on social media that I want to touch on is about building a community. To build this community, you can achieve it by replying to every single comment that you get. Every time someone comments on your post, that means there was some extra value they gained from it. That person, you want to bring them into your ecosystem by showing them you're there for them. Furthermore, you want to be commenting on other posts that are similar to in your niche. For example, this channel talks about business ideas, so I'll go on other business channels and comment. This way the creator gets to know me, and also members of that community will now be intrigued to come and join my community. But the most important way in building this community is by creating engaging posts where you make your user or your viewer part of the experience by having crazy challenges, answering their Q&As live, having like on Instagram. That's why I said on the stories, like the slider and the polls. This way they feel like they're part of your content and not just something that's been pushed to them. So guys, I think I made this video really long because honestly I could talk about social media for hours and hours and hours, and I don't want to like take so much of your time, as I think I've covered the main tips. If you feel like I've left anything or want me to elaborate on anything, leave a comment down below and you know that I promise that I will reply. If this video provided any value to you whatsoever, make sure to please hit that like button, as it does help this channel, and subscribe and hit the push bell notification for videos like this every single weekday. That's been a great video guys, and for now, peace.